Hey guys, Paul from Paul's Boat Engineering here. Today, different perspective today, but today I wanted to talk about what your expectation is going into a prep for a competition, a bodybuilding show, a fitness show, etc. There's a lot of mixed expectation or mixed belief as to what your body will do, what you will do in terms of your prep. Now, in a previous video, I sort of indicated the length and time that you need to commit to a prep. We're talking sort of 20, 24 weeks. Some coaches go longer, some go shorter, and that all depends on the body itself and obviously your own individual position in terms of your metabolism, your training, what division, what show, what type of physique you're going to end up with, things like that. But in terms of the expectation of the prep, because of, and I'm not going to downgrade or downplay anybody here, but because of the high impact of social media on fitness these days, there is a misconception in regards to what people should look like all year round. And a lot of people will approach a coach, and myself included, and have an expectation that they're going to turn into this fitness body, whatever you want to call it, over a prep. And look, to some degree that is true because obviously it's a bodybuilding show at the end of the day. So you are putting your physique on display to be judged. So you are going to look potentially your best. But at the same time, what a coach does in terms of a prep at the commencement all the way through to time on stage is we slowly remove layers of body fat to display your physique, your muscularity as it will be. So if you haven't had a history of training, and I mean weight training in particular, if you're just a regular gym goer, you're doing a bit of group fitness, maybe some classes, maybe some circuit training, throw a few weights around here and there, and then approach a coach about prepping for a show, chances are your physique is not going to be what is expected or what you expect it to be come show day. And any good coach will potentially tell you that as well and say, look, you need another 6 or 12 months of heavy, serious weight training, strategic weight training, to ensure that you're going to be at a competitive level. And that's the key, is we all do this. You know, you don't want to go through 20 weeks of prep and not be competitive at the end of the day. So if you don't have a history of significant weight training where you've got a decent level of muscle on you already before you commence a prep, then you need to reevaluate why you're doing the prep and have a look at the processes you put in place before your prep starts. You don't want to peel back the layers of your body fat and then have quite an undeveloped physique, because at the end of the day, you potentially won't do any good, and that's not what we want. So a good coach might say, look, we need 6 to 12 months of good training before we start. Some people, some clients or potential competitors are adamant that they just want to do the prep because in their mind, they think they're going to turn into this magical fitness model and get, you know, 1 million Instagram followers, etc., etc. And look, at the end of the day, that's not how the body works. You need to develop a physique first, and that's what I want to talk about today, is developing that physique ready for prep. Prep is not going to build your physique because we're effectively putting you in a deficit, and the chances are you're not going to grow any further from the time you start to the end. Look, there are possibilities around that, there are variables around that, but 9 times out of 10 that's not going to happen. We're basically removing your body fat in a healthy, consistent and sustainable manner to ensure that you get through the prep as unscathed as possible and you're on stage in the best condition possible. So my point today is evaluate why you're starting your prep and what your expectations are of prep. Approach a coach, approach an experienced coach and have a good chat to them first to ensure that what you're doing is for the right reasons and your expectations are realistic as well, and that you have a good training background before you start. Happy days, guys. Excuse me. Happy day, guys. Happy Monday. Have a great week. And that's it from me. And as always, keep smiling.